Something massive just shook the Pi network community. Over 102 million Pi tokens just vanished from OKX in less than 72 hours. Yes, you heard that right. 102 million Pi moved off OKX, live, on-chain, verified. Now the big question is, what does this mean for Picoin's future? Are we about to witness a major shift in utility, or are we heading toward more confusion and volatility? The timing couldn't be more intense, with the price slipping to 81 cents and bulls and bears going head-to-head at the 79-cent support line. And while the world watches the charts, Pi's on-chain activity is exploding like never before. But behind that surge lies a deep divide, between excitement over real-world use and frustration over transparency. Some believe this is the beginning of Pi's next big phase. Others are raising eyebrows, wondering if manipulation is creeping in. So, what's really going on here? But before we dive into this Pi-sized mystery, let me ask you something. Why do you think over 102 million Pi coins were withdrawn so suddenly? Was it strategic? Was it panic? Or is it something more planned and visionary? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this discussion started. Also, if you missed any of our recent videos covering the latest Pi network news, price analysis, and mainnet updates, check out the links in the description below. They'll get you caught up real quick. And hey, if you're watching from Nigeria, India, Philippines, Ghana, the US, or anywhere around the globe, represent your country in the comments right now and type Pi Network to the moon. Let's fill the comments with Pioneer pride. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you faster, more detailed Pi Network coverage. And if you haven't yet, join our growing community on Telegram and Facebook, links in the description. And remember, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing here is financial advice. Alright, let's get into it. The crypto space is always full of surprises, but what just happened with Pi Network has left even seasoned analysts blinking twice. It's not every day that over 102 million tokens disappear from a major exchange in just 3 days, but that's exactly what went down at OKX. And while some may brush it off as just another transfer, longtime pioneers know that nothing this massive happens without deeper meaning. Let's rewind a bit. Picoin recently pulled back from a short-lived high of $1.60, crashing down over 3% and settling at around 81 cents. That might sound like a dip, but considering the coin's all-time high was $2.98, it's a reality check. Still, Pi is holding its ground at the critical 79-cent support level, a zone that many traders are watching like hawks. But here's the twist. As the price dipped, the blockchain came alive. In the background, crypto sleuths like Mr. Spock spotted something that changed the game: a tsunami of withdrawals. To be exact, 102,776,657.17 Pi flowed out of OKX and onto the blockchain in under 72 hours. Some of these were enormous single transactions, with one even exceeding 70 million Pi. This isn't retail investors moving a few coins around, this is big league stuff. So, what's going on? According to Spock, this isn't a coincidence or panic selling. He believes this signals a turning point for Pi Network. The beginning of a new phase where real-world functionality starts to outshine skepticism. For years, critics dismissed Pi as vaporware, a dream that would never materialize. But while the critics doubted, pioneers kept mining, building apps, trading peer-to-peer, and believing. And now, those efforts are finally breaking the surface. What we're seeing now is not just a flurry of activity, it's verified on-chain movement. That's a big deal, because one of the major criticisms of Pi has always been the supposed lack of liquidity and questionable utility. And yet, here we are watching millions of Pi tokens flowing across wallets from exchanges into the open mainnet, where they become part of the real, decentralized economy Pi promised to build. But while some celebrate, others are hitting pause. Because with great movement comes big questions. Back in May 2025, things already started getting a bit shaky. In just a single day, 7 million Pi migrated across 19 500-plus accounts. That pace continued into the night, hinting at automation or perhaps even strategic preparation. It all looked like the groundwork for something bigger, and now we may be seeing it play out. Still, not everything is rosy. A cloud of confusion is forming around transfers from Pi's liquidity reserve wallet. Large sums have reportedly made their way to exchanges like OKX and MEXC. While this is technically allowed under Pi's tokenomics, the rules of the game everyone agreed to, what's missing is clarity. The Pi core team hasn't explained the reasons behind these transfers in detail, and that silence is starting to rattle even loyal supporters. The community isn't asking for the moon, just transparency. If large-scale withdrawals and liquidity movements are happening, users want to know why. Who's behind them? What's the purpose? Are they setting up for something or just cashing out? Regular reports, even a brief weekly update from the core team could go a long way in calming nerves and boosting trust. Because let's face it, trust is Pi Network's most valuable currency right now. The timing couldn't be more critical. We're at a crossroads. The mainnet is live. KYC has rolled out, though some users still report pending verification issues. Mining has stopped. The token is live on-chain. The time to prove Pi's value is now, and we're seeing signs. More pioneers are using Pi in marketplaces, tipping creators, paying for services. Actual utility, not speculation, not empty hype. But while the ecosystem grows, governance and clarity have to keep up. If the team stays silent, rumors take over. And in crypto, that's risky. Let's talk about those huge withdrawals. Some see it as Pi prepping for something big. Major utility rollouts, new partnerships, deeper Web3 integration. Others think insiders are just moving funds. The truth? Still unknown. What's clear is Pi Network is evolving. Its future hinges on balancing innovation with clear communication. The tech is solid, activity is growing, and the community is passionate. But without transparency, it all falters. A 70 million Pi withdrawal from OKX isn't necessarily bad, but without context, it's easy to misread. That's why clarity is key. The core team needs to step up and set the tone, because we're no longer in beta, we're live. And if Pi Network wants to play in the big leagues, competing with tokens like Ethereum, Solana, and others, it has to act like it. That means real governance, real updates, and real connection with its community. Pioneers aren't just users, they're believers. They've stuck with the project for years through waiting, bugs, delays, and more. They've earned the right to be heard. And right now they're asking, what's going on with our coin? To every pioneer watching, this is your moment to be louder, more informed, and more united. Whether the price dips or spikes, what matters most is the foundation we're building. Utility, trust, and transparency. That's what will carry Pi Network to the next level. So keep watching, stay alert, and never stop asking the hard questions. So, what just happened? Over 102 million Pi tokens were withdrawn from OKX, shaking up the community and signaling either a bold new phase of Pi Network or raising serious questions about liquidity, transparency, and future plans. The price is hovering at key support and the on-chain story is evolving by the day. We're seeing a surge in real-world utility and blockchain activity, but also a growing demand for clearer communication from the Pi core team. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay ahead of the curve with all the latest Pi Network news, Pi price updates, Pi migration analysis, and KYC issues, then hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with other pioneers. That's the best way to show support and help us keep creating high-quality Pi content for you. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the 102 million Pi withdrawal is a good sign or something to worry about? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you have more insights, questions, or even just want to say hi, the comments section is open. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, pioneers. See you in the next video.